Hello, welcome to episode 2 of the free to play series. Let's kick it off with just an update on all progression that I've done. We're level 27, coming up to level 30, which is the next big milestone. It unlocks the forge, which is in the center of this entire city, campsite, whatever this is. If you look at our double XP, we've got a whole week and 2 days. And if we go into here, I've not even claimed anything that I've had in here. I've got 3 days in here which expires soon, so I might as well collect that. I've got a 1 day which expires in 95 days. I might as well keep that in there, to be quite honest. But yeah, not too much in there. So yeah, we got nearly 2 weeks of double XP now. So yeah, it's going to be a case of farming, making sure we use that XP and that it doesn't go to waste. We're on day 5. As you can see here, but we started on day 4, so this is technically my second day, and I've had a lot of progression. As you can see at the top, we have a bunch of energy. There you go, 2,175 energy, 710 gems. We are stacked right now. Gem wise, we are saving up for 800 gems for our first set of masteries. If you didn't know already, if you go on a champion, you can unlock masteries by farming Minotaur and getting scrolls. However, if you farm any Minotaur stages under stage 15, which is the max, you're really not getting good value. It's actually more efficient to buy gems than it is to farm them out using energy, because the amount of gem to energy ratio which you can get via the gem shop, which you can see here, let's just sample that, 40 gems for a whole energy refill. It's much more efficient to actually, once you can farm it, to farm stage 15, but once you can't farm stage, if you can't farm stage 15, then it is much easier just to spend 800 gems and get a full set of masteries. And for the first couple champions, we're going to be doing that, and then I think from then on we're going to be farming. So my first 6 stars is going to be Kale, my next will be Tyrell, and for them two we're going to be buying masteries. So if I go over here, click on masteries, expand that, you can see I've only got 1 so far, just because of that's how my Minotaur scrolls have rolled whenever I've ran it for missions. That's the next one I will get, is crit rate. But if you go and get all scrolls, you'll be able to see that it costs 800 gems to be able to do this. We're short 90 gems, and we're planning to get that pretty soon, just by playing the game. So the ways I've got my gems, a bit by progression rewards. You can see I've got 20 for reaching level 15. I'm about to get another 50 by reaching level 30, so that'll be huge. That'll practically take me there. Into the shop. Yep, nothing in there. Another way I've got lots of gems is missions. So as you can see, I'm at 72 out of 76 now, so I've done 72 missions in the past 2 days. It's been my entire focus. The first few days were just gathering gear, just not actually playing the game, just kind of having a bit of a meander. But these first couple of days have been just playing the game. The first day I didn't even really play that much. I did maybe an hour at work, hour or two at work, and it was kind of most of the time I was idle. And then I fell asleep halfway through a battle, and I woke up with my phone dead. And yeah, that was pretty much it for the first day. I didn't really get any progress done whatsoever. I think I got my cow to level 30, but he wasn't even rank 4 by the time. So today I've played a good amount. I'd probably say a good 5-6 hours. I've put a lot of time into it today, and as you can see, yeah, it's really paid off. 72 missions completed. Nothing really difficult at all. If you have Rector and you have Tyrell, I've got Rector just in the starting life gear that I got given from starting the game and completing, I think, the Sewers of Arnok. So yeah, when you very first complete the Sewers of Arnok on normal, you get a set of life gear. I put that on Rector, upgraded it all to level 8. It's not even that great, it's not that high level, and she's been absolutely fabulous for me. Tyrell, on the other hand, I originally had him in even worse gear, initially with no gear actually at all. I put on the High Elves ring that we equipped, that we got from day 3, and then just some mismatch pieces. So for his chest plate and his gloves, I found some defense percentage gear. So what you can do here is go and filter, highlight the gloves and the chest plate, move my face out of the way, and then you click defense percentage, and you see what you got. So if I click equip, that's the only thing that I've got here is this resistance piece. So if that's all it had, I'd put it on him. Okay. For the boots, you want to do the same, but you want to highlight boots and look for primary stat speed. I've got a few pieces here, but unfortunately from the newbie tournament, or new player tournament, for getting 1,000 points, I got some 5-star boots and they had speed on them, so I got quite lucky there. You won't necessarily get that, you don't need it. 3-star boots are fine. Even if you don't have speed boots, just try and find some defense percentage boots, maybe they'll be fine. Don't worry too much about matching sets right now, is all I'm going to say. And then for the top gear, I just looked at stuff for accuracy and speed, really. So you'll see that his weapon has 14 accuracy, his helmet has 7 speed, and his shield has 9 speed. And that's him. And he's pretty good right now, to be quite honest. But yeah. And then Kale, as we know, is in lifesteal set, and then these 2 offense pieces, which I hadn't changed. That weapon gives him a bit of resist, and that shield gives him a bit of accuracy, and I'm happy with that, to be quite honest. I could probably get some speed out of these 2 pieces instead, but I'm happy as it is. Boots, I finally upgraded level 16. Obviously no clan quests from that. And the chest plate is level 14 currently. And you know what? Nah, actually no, I'll wait. But yeah. Tyrell as well, I got his boost level 15. Once I get them up, he'll be a bit faster than Kale, which will be good as well. But yeah. Going past that, so the missions were easy peasy, just follow them along. Let them be your guidebook for this first part of the game. And when you can't do missions, there was only one that I actually got kind of stuck on, caught up on. It took me a while before I could actually complete it, and I had something that I thought, well, what can I do whilst I'm trying to complete this? And that mission was get a champion to level 40. I just upgraded my Kale to rank 4. Just used a few rares or 3 stars that I farmed up to get him to rank 4. And he was level 20 something at the time. My Tyrell was level 30 something at the time. So what I did was I went to the campaign, and at the time I was just at Valdemar Strait. So I was sitting here and I thought, okay, well, what can I do? I can definitely get to here, easy peasy, and I can just farm 9 for ages, which is what I usually do. When I very first start the game, I get to this kind of point, I'm stuck, I need to upgrade him to level 40, and I end up farming here lots and lots so that I can get War Maiden. However, that wasn't the case. I was able, with him and Tyrell, at least during the Deadlands, I was able to kind of complete the Deadlands here, 3-starring it all. And then I went into the Godfrey's Crossing, and then him and Kale and Rector were able to 3-star all of that, playing in manual, not in auto. The same with Hallowed Halls, Kale and Rector. The same with the Brimstone Path, Kale and Rector. 3-starred it all the way, easy peasy. And I was like, oh, that's surprising that. So I got my Void Shards really fast, as you can see down here. I've got my Void Shard, and yeah, I thought, well, that's great. I'm going to give a go at farming stage 12 free. So at the time my Kale was level 35 or so. I think my Tyrell was a similar level. I think 36, maybe one higher. And yeah, I started farming. I was losing maybe 1 out of 10 fights, and I thought, okay, well, let's upgrade his gear a bit. So that's when I upgraded Kale's boots to level 16. That's when I upgraded his chest plate to level 14. And after that, I maybe lost 1 in every 20, 1 in every 30 fights. And I got to level 40, carried on with the rest of the missions, and the next time I got stuck was get 2 champions level 40. So that was getting Tyrell up. Obviously Tyrell can't farm stage 12 free, which is where you always want to farm if possible. But what I thought I could do was, I had a lot of challenges. So I got my artifact challenges right now. You can see that I'm at level 7, I'll get to there eventually. But I had a lot of challenges that were farm Sewers of Arnok for so-and-so gear. There's lots of them. I think 3 whole stages or pages or parts of Sewer of Arnok gear. So what I did was, I simply, not in the dungeons, I went in the campaign, I went in Sewers of Arnok, and I farmed like this stage 4, the stage 5, the stage 6, and I put in Tyrell with like 3 food champs. So everybody was getting experience, and I was doing a quest at the same time, and I was working towards my mission of getting to level 40. It took a bit of a while, many runs, but because I was completing the challenges at the same time, these were giving me energy. Look, you can see that these ones here, they give 80 energy, 80 energy, 80 energy for completing these. This one gives 100. They were all very similar. You got energy for completing them, so I was like, damn, that is awesome. So yeah, just lots and lots of efficiency there. So yeah, but that's how I've completed so many artifact challenges. All it was farming in Seals of Arnok, and then upgrade some items, and then farming Seals of Arnok, and then upgrade some items to level 8, farming Seals of Arnok, upgrade items to level 12. And I just did that, and here I am now at part 10, and it wants me to go on hard or higher now. So if you read these carefully, it says hard or higher. Sometimes you can do this in brutal. So finding 4-star gear is much easier in brutal than it is in hard. So I'm just going to wait till I get to brutal for this mission. Yeah, for this set of artifacts, unless they happen to fall upon me when I was going through. So yeah, once I had all my champions at level 40, the next thing that you have to do from there is get Kale to level 50, get Kale to level 60. You want your starter champion 6-star so that he can just farm brutal. You can clear through the campaign, you can start clearing through all of the dungeons as soon as possible, really. And also farming gets you lots and lots of levels up here. Level 27 now, I've just blown through, and I'll be level 30 by the end of my shift. So yeah, so what I did there when farming is I didn't think, oh, I've completed normal difficulty now, I'm going to go on to hard and start doing all of hard difficulty. That's not what I thought, because doing that with a level 40 KO, I'm not getting experience, I'm not farming food either. I 3-starred these, yeah, and I'll get onto that very, very shortly. But what I did was with a level 40 KO, I simply just did this, and I just grinded food. I grinded more incubuses, I grinded these incubuses to 3-star, I grinded them incubuses to 4-star. You can see I've got 2 level 30 now that are ready to go to 4-star once I have enough food for them. I just grinded a lot of food. I completely ignored K-Rel and Rector, so as you can see, Rector's still level 38. So I barely used her at all, other than trying to get in 3 stars on the missions, where I only had to use 2 champions, so I used Kale and Rector. But yeah, I just grinded food. I didn't think about anything else, because I had no missions to do, no challenges to do at that point. I mean, you can see the ones here, I have to summon rare champions. This one here, I have to fight in hard, and at the time I thought, you know what, hard is taking me away from my goal right now. These dungeon ones, I could do nearly all of these, to be fair, maybe all of them. I think the only one that might be a hiccup is stage 4 of the Spider's Den. I imagine I could do that though. But yeah, and then in arena I can practically do this too, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I really can, and that gave me another 100 gems. In fact, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that soon. I really want to get these masteries done, so I'll have that done by the end of the night. But yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to focus getting him to getting all this food so I can get him to 5-star, and then Bob's your uncle, job done. He's now 5-star, and now when he's 5-star level 1, he's much weaker than he is when he's 4-star level 40. The rule of thumb that I use is if they were level 40 at rank 4 and you upgrade them to rank 5, they need to be half of what they were to get to the same level of power. So half of 40 is 20, so they need to be rank 5 level 20 to get to the same power that they were. So what I did to get them up to level 20 in a safe way but effective and efficient way was I went into hard, and I thought this is a perfect time to do these easy stages. So I did this, I went into here, and as you can see I used Kale and Rector, because Rector needed experience, Kale needed experience, but they're both easily strong enough to clear these very, very easy stage 1 places. I could do stage 1 brutal right now. It's not very difficult at all. The kind of power levels go up every 4 parts in the campaign. So the first bit, 1 to 4, really easy. The next bit, 5 to 8, it's difficult, but you know, you can probably get through it. And this last bit, 9 to 12, is where you really start to see some high level enemies. But yeah, I ended up doing all of Carrot Castle, all of Seals of Arnok, and all of Catacombs of Narbut, and that got my count to level 25, and I was like, I'm happy. So I stopped, I went back to normal, and here I am again, and I'm just farming in here. So I've got Kale from level 25 to 32 just by doing that, and I've just been farming more and more food. and I've just had to actually to start summoning a bunch more commons and uncommons because I ran out of food. I used it all up. I ended up getting a few 3 stars, a few level 30 3 stars, and I'm just working to getting them 4 stars now. So my first goal is going to be getting 3 4-star champions and then getting them up to level 40. Because then once that happens, I'll have completed this challenge and away will be. You know, this one's not going to be hard at all. I've already done this and I've already done this. So yeah, happy. So yeah, lots of challenges done, lots of missions done, and lots of progress made with Kale. He's the one that I've been focusing on. Yeah, Tyrell's a good champion and he'll be really, really good later on. Rector's a great support champion, she'll be really, really good later on. But right now, you need your farmer as good as possible, and that's what we're doing with Kale. So yeah, we're completely focusing him. I could, once I get 4 stars, get Tyrell to rank 5 stars, and get him to level 50 maybe. But that is completely going away from my goal of 6-starring your starter, which is Kale. So yeah, we're completely focusing on Kale, putting all our gems into him for his masteries, putting all of our food into him to get into 6-star ASAP. And hopefully we can do it within a week. Not within 7 days playtime, because we're already 5 days in. But yeah, in 7 days of actually starting to progress through the game. Other news, clan quests. I'm nearly at my 90 multi-battle, so I'll get 100 clan gold, and I'll go up to 200 then, and I'll be able to get my 5 to 6 star accessory. Once I get to 200, I'll be able to get another one. Once I get to in the top 3 of my tournament group, I'll be able to get another one. I'll go into that very shortly. Actually, let's go into that now. You can see, you may have already noticed that I'm first. If it loads. There we go, it finally loaded. Just had a bit of an issue. You can see I'm blazing ahead. I've actually got quite a lot of stiff competition here. We have 3 people within over 2,000 points already. I'm gonna hate to be this guy who's, I mean, it's still just 12 hours left, but he's got over 2,000 points and he's sitting in 4th position. I've done this new novice tournament quite a few times, and usually 2,000 points is smoking, blowing everybody out of the water. But yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to kind of push 3k at least to win this. In my opinion, 2nd place getting these 75 gems is better than 1st place getting an ancient shard, but they're both very good. They're both much better than a rare tome, so 1st or 2nd is, if you're either of them, I'm very happy. But yeah, the reason I got so many points is from completing, like, I think stage 1, I was maybe 1,000 and something, I think. Complete stage 1, completing normal campaign and 3-starring all that, about 1,000 and something points. The reason that I have so many, oh please load back up nicely, thank you, is, if I go into the info, these are how you get your points. And it is winning arena battles. It is right there on the top, and you can see that I am now in silver, I think 3. I get 25 points per win, which is absolutely astonishing. That is how I've got so many wins. And by completing the missions, by playing through the game, by completing all your arena challenges and such, you get so many energy refills. Look, I've got 3 sitting right here now, and I must have used about 5 of these energy refills in the past day that I've been playing, since I last logged in. You also get one every day at the end of a 3-hour period of being logged in each day. Yeah, it's absolutely mental. So we're going to the arena now, and you can see that I'm in silver 3. It's crazy. Silver 4 is really difficult to get into, but I'm sitting here and I'm fresh into the game, and the reason for that is player power. Below gold, the game matches you up with people similar to your player power, and because we only just started, we don't have a bunch of champions because we haven't summoned during a summon rush event yet. We're sitting here at 57,000 power, which isn't much. I'll go into my account, and then as you can see, it's all here. So we've got 37,000 from champions and 16,000 from artifacts. And that's essentially all of my player power. The champions are going to be just what you have through here, your base the base power kind of added up without the artifacts on, and then the rest is going to be just the artifacts themselves. But yeah, that's essentially all of my power, which I can't reduce. So yeah, I'm going up against people that are in similar stage of the game to me, and I can beat most of them. I'm only kind of picking fights that I can win. So this one with like 18,000 power here. It looks like I can beat this. I have 22, they have 18. I feel confident. I'm just going to shove someone else in here, probably this guy here, and we're going to give it a go. And I'll show you how I generally run my team. So usually with Kale, because he's in lifesteal gear, if I go first, because I have speed boots on, I don't lead with my acid rain, because that does a lot of damage in AoE, that has a lot of healing. So I don't lead with that. I would lead with something like Disintegrate or Dark Bolt. Because I've already been hit. Actually no, I'm still gonna lead with an auto attack here. So boom, lead with my Dark Bolt. Then we're gonna have, I don't even think I should lead. I usually lead with this next with Tyrell, but I believe what's his name, Scartorsis, the one over here, he does a cleanse. So I'm just gonna not do that. I'm gonna come in with a normal attack, and then she can still heal people up. So there was no cleanse there, so I made a mistake. So yeah, now I'm going to come in with my big heal. And I'm going with a decreased defense. And I'm going to probably try and kill her again, you know. Beautiful. So there's only 2 threats here now. Scartorsis is the main threat, I think. He has an AoE attack. Oh, and he has counter attacks as well. That is terrifying. And the increased attack buff as well, really scary. I'm actually just going to kind of play around, not attacking him yet, until his buff wears off. Oh my god, that damage. Oh, counter attack again. Oh, that's crazy unfair. Counter attack again. Oh, what the hell? Alright. That kind of consistent counter attack is crazy. He hasn't got anything like that in his kit. That's just through chance and gear and AoE A1s. Alright. Fair enough. That was an odd one, but we'll go into this one instead. If I'm ever against a KO, I take out a weak champion from my team. I just lead with these 3 because KO will AoE and he'll get that extra kind of 25% turn meter boost. So there's a little bit of knowledge into this, but most of it you can probably just press auto. And I'm telling you, all of these fights have been the same. Going from bronze 4 to silver 1 to silver 2 to silver 3. I haven't faced any more difficult teams. If anything, I've probably faced the amount of teams that I've been skipping has been a slightly bit more. So usually I probably skip 1 or 2 per page. In bronze, then it's maybe 3 or 4 per page, and now I'm skipping about 5 or 6 per page, only doing about half of the fights. So again, I'm not going to attack Kale because he'll level up, he'll heal up. I'm going to Disintegrate, I'm going to use it on Geomancer because he's kind of scary. We're then going to go for the AoE decreased defense. I can plan it on everybody. That usually does not happen. We're then going to get the heal in from Rector. And then we're going to AoE. Oh, for some reason Kale's a bit slower. Alright, we're going to hit their Kale now. Slow them down, and then AoE here. Everyone's got decreased defense, so I should do more damage. Kill 2 people. Because I killed 2 people, I have another go. And we're going to, kill someone else. Maybe not. That was the hope. I don't have my crit gloves leveled up very high yet, so I don't always critical hit, which is a shame. But the AoE attack of each of your starter champions has an extra 15% chance of critical hit, so yeah, lovely. And as easy as that, and that just got me 25 points in the novice tournament, and it's getting me lots of silver medals and stuff, which is great for my Great Hall. And yeah, we'll fight some more fights here. Tell you what, I'll do this one as well, and then we'll call it a day for Arena, at least during this recording. So again, I'm faster than the KO. I'm not going to lead attacking KO or with my Acid Rain. I'm going to use this Disintegrate and use it on their Reviver. So there you go, lots of damage on her. He healed up, because it did hit him a tiny bit, but he healed it up. So we're going to try and decrease their defense, and then heal, Some other people might attack into Kale, but I know that I'm faster. So I hope to live here, and then Acid Rain, you see my health just shoot up, nearly back to full, which is fantastic. We're going to try and stun somebody here. I could kill that Slayer, but I'm instead going to... Oh! I didn't think I'd kill Kale. Now I have the option here of reviving Kale, or I could just kill the Slayer. I think I'm just going to kill the Slayer, I don't want him lurking about. And now I'm going to revive Kale when I get around to it. Yeah, this is pretty much game. I'm just going to press auto. They're going to be able to finish it out. But yeah, I'm running all these arena fights manually. A lot of this stuff early on does have to be manual. I think whilst I was around level 30 something and I was rank 4, level 30 something, starting to get close to being able to farm stage 12 free for some food with like one KO and free food, like I have this set up here. I was having to run each of them fights manually because sometimes I'd die on auto. Actually, quite often I'd die on auto, so I had to run all of them manually. It's just the way it was. But then once he got to level 40, and then once I got a few things upgraded, like his boots, I was able to be in a lot better shape. But yeah, how many tokens do I have here? Oh, 81. You know what? I can actually do Chaos Masteries right now, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete these challenges, the arena challenges. So all I have to do is attack bonus for all affinities except Void. So that's 50 bronze medals times 3, so 150, which is equivalent of 75 silver, which I have. And setting 4 champions of rank 3 or higher in your defense. And that's all I have to do. So we'll go and do the defense one first. So we just need one more in here. We're just going to put in this guy. He's rank 3. Job done. Gonna take him back out. Fantastic. And you know what else I'm going to do as well? We're going to take out these two for my defense. Because I want to actually get knocked down a little bit. If I keep this progressing, I'm going to hit a wall where I find it really difficult to farm medals. So yeah, here we go with the lag again. But yeah, I find it nice like this. There we go, we're back. So yeah, my defense is now set with just KO. I mean, as you can see, my defense log, no one's been able to beat my defense. I don't understand what this is really. So many people are attacking into it and losing. And my attack is very similar as well. I do lose the odd fight, but then I tend to go back in and beat them afterwards. This person lost twice too, oh my god. But yes. Oh yes, I've done that. So I set my defense, and now I will go to get 1 attack for each affinity that isn't void. So we're going to upgrade this one, we're going to upgrade this one, we're going to upgrade this one, and job done. Now this might take you a bit longer to get these medals. I've been really working hard in the arena, as you can see from being silver 3, as you can see from the amount of points that I've gotten in my novice tournament. So yeah, I've been able to get this to level 2 in magic accuracy, because that's when I've been focusing first. I wasn't going to get these attack ones until I knew I could complete that whole row. But it seems I have completed that whole row, and I've got the gems, so hype. And let's get them gems now. Before we get some lag. Hey, there we go. One more time. Beautiful. Claim 100 gems, baby. And these part 3 out of 3 of arena challenges. This is all about being in gold. I'm not going to be getting the gold unless they fix the arena very, very soon, which I don't think they are. We need bots back, baby. Bring back the bots. Because they're essentially free wins as long as you refresh the page enough. Oh, come on. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to go into the masteries. So you could go on pages like hellhades.com or ayumilove.com or net, I'm not sure what it is, and look up masteries for any champion in the game there, for certain types of place and stuff, and you might that's a good way to go. But knowing masteries is much better, and I don't expect everybody to know the masteries, but for your starter champion, and if you have KO, I very much suggest that you do this, because I'll go through my explanations afterwards. But what we're going to be doing is, first of all, getting all the scrolls. Lovely jubbly. is we're going to be going down the offense tree. So let me use my pen here, and let me move myself out the way. We're going to put myself right here in the middle. So we're going to go down the fence tree, and we're going to be going for War Master as our stage 6 mastery. It is by far the best, and exactly what you want. Okay, War Master is I'll say it one more time. By far the best end mastery for doing any PvE content. So as long as it's not PvP in the arena and you're fighting bosses such as like the dragon or the clan boss or anything like that, it's amazing because you get extra bursts of damage on top of your own. It's based on the enemy's max HP, so the more health they have, the more damage you do. So even weak champions can get a lot of damage just by having War Master. And also it counts as damage that you do, so you get healing off of it with lifesteal gear. And because our Kale is going to be in lifesteal gear for the very long foreseeable future, at least a couple of months I expect, then this is a fantastic one to have. It gives us lots of healing in the clan boss. It's just fantastic. So we're definitely going to be taking offense and going down to War Master. With support, we're going to be sticking on this right side over here, be getting things like Master Hexer, Sniper maybe, Evil Eye. These things make us, the bottom two extend our debuffs or give us more chance to debuff. Evil Eye means we can just use our auto attack, our A1, I think it's Dark Bolt, on an enemy, and it will decrease their turn meter. It will slow them down, so that's fantastic. And then we're going to take these 3 as well, which will increase our turn meter as we play the game, or increase our accuracy. But yeah, the bit that I kind of change up here compared to the normal builds might do this, and then have a lot more over here. Okay, I'm going to take this away. The normal builds will do this. We're kind of going to go down this kind of route, and the reason for this is because Kale is going to be doing a lot of work for us. He's going to be our dungeon most like nuker. He's going to be our consistent damage in the clan boss with poisons. He's going to be our arena nuker. He's going to be our campaign farmer. And to do all of those things, he needs a kind of customized setup, and it's the same with most starter champions. But this one is very specific for Kale, and maybe Abel too. So, what we're going to do is this. Crit damage. Did I unlock it? Yeah, okay. Interesting. And I'm kind of in the way of everything here, aren't I? Okay, I'll put myself down here. Crit damage here. Oh, I see, that's why it's taking so long. I hope it isn't like this the whole way. Tell you what, I'm gonna do it. I'll bring you back in when we're done. Okay, so we're back. I have my full set of masteries done, except for my rank 6 mastery, because Kale is not yet rank 6. Now, a lot of them are very standard, like these. These are very standard. This is also standard, but the ones that aren't are the ones I haven't covered. So we'll start off with this one. Now, it has a 30% chance of increasing your turn meter by 10% when a debuff that you've cast is removed. Very, very kind of important. And later in the game, if you have tunes, which is kind of like calculated turn synergies and such inside of the clan boss, which is commonly where they are placed, then this can mess you up. However, that is quite far into the future, and you need to have certain champions for that to be effective. But early on, this can be absolutely fantastic. And when we want to change Kale from a champion who specializes in everything to a champion who maybe specializes in only clan boss and dungeons, then we'll be changing his whole mastery set, not just that one anyway. And you always get one free reset. If I click this up here, you can have one reset for free on every champion. So yeah, but we're taking that over Swarm Smiter, which is the other common one to pick, which most kind of builds will tell you to pick, but it increases accuracy by 4 for each enemy alive. Now, most of the places we're going to be needing accuracy is against bosses, the dragon, the clan boss, etc. There's one enemy alive in nearly all of these. The only instance I can think of is Spider, but you don't need poisons in Spider. on the spiderling, so it's kind of, it's not as useful. In spider you want the AoE damage, which has no debuffs, for which you don't need accuracy. So yeah, it's not that important. You basically get 4 accuracy out of that stat, whereas I'd much prefer having a lot of turn meter boost to just let myself go faster, let myself give more chances of putting debuffs out, and just giving myself more healing by doing more damage. Okay, now these other 3 that I've done is Whirlwind of Death over oh yeah, so it's not necessarily Arcane Celerity over Swarm Smiter. It's kind of, yeah, no, I'd say it is. And it's also Whirlwind of Death over Life Drinker. So Life Drinker gives you a minor heal when you're low health, but we have Lifesteal gear on anyway, so I think that's kind of ineffective. Whirlwind of Death means that whenever we've killed a champion, up to 3 of them over an entire battle, you get 6 speed up to 18. This is really important for farming the campaign, as there's some kind of speed boundaries where you start to go twice compared to the enemy going once, and that on the campaign that's around 200 and something speed. Getting up to 200 and I think 3 speed is kind of difficult, but with this you need 18 less, which is only 185 speed, which is much more achievable, and we're luckily going to get it in a week, not right now. But yeah, it just helps us farm campaign so much easier, which is kind of what I'm trying to focus on right here. This next one, Cycle of Violence over Law of Steel. A lot of people recommend you take Law of Steel, which is this one here, but instead we've taken this one here, which is Cycle of Violence. Law of Steel gives you a lot more bonuses on your base sets. So if we go to Kale, let's go to K-Relic one, right? He has a speed base set here, and a crawl base set which gives him attack, and also a life base set which gives him health. All of these affect your base abilities, which are these ones down here, and therefore it will get an extra bonus, so 15%, and then it will add an extra 50% of that, so it won't go up to 30, it will go up to 15 plus something like 17.125 or something like that, 17.25. I can't think right now, but it'll go that extra little bit. Speed is also a really nice one to have. It goes from 12 to 1.2, and it goes to 13.8, which for speed you want every little bit that you can get, and especially when you have 3 sets of speed, it goes from 36 to, I don't want to put in plus here, that doesn't really make a difference, this is what it's changing towards. It goes from 36 to, what is that going to be, 41.4, which is an extra 5% speed, over 5%, so really, really good. But for Kale, we have him in Lifesteal. Lifesteal doesn't affect any base stats, and we're going to have him in that for the foreseeable future. The only thing is we have 1 offense set, or we might have 1 speed set, and that 1 set getting affected is really such a little difference that I'd much rather have Cycle of Violence. It basically gives you a 30% chance, so kind of like 1 in 3. So every 3 turns, you're going to get a random skill go on cooldown by an extra turn. Your AoE is only 3 turns, so if you use it, then you auto attack, it may just go straight back and cool down again. So your AoE, auto attack, AoE again, which is huge for the arena, huge for the campaign farming, and huge for dungeon waves as well. And I think it's a lot more effective than Laura Steel. The last one that we're kind of trading up is, I think that's Sniper for Kill Streak. Again, Sniper gives you an extra 5% chance to land a debuff. The only thing that we have that isn't 100%, as you can see, Dark Bolt is 80 plus 10 plus 10, so 100. Acid Rain has no debuffs, and Disintegrate is at 40 plus 10, which makes 50%. So this will simply go to 55. Okay, so taking it from 50 to 55, just say that I've worked out the maths, it basically gives you an extra maybe 2 poisons on average in the clan boss. 2 poisons, which maybe is like 100,000 damage, which might seem like you think, oh yeah, 100,000 damage is loads. It might be this early on, but it's really, really not. Now, kill streak works in the arena, it works in the campaign, it works in the dungeons, and it basically gives us a permanent battle boost all the way up to the boss and past the boss until the end of the game. So you basically stack up extra damage bonus with all your skills up to 12% by killing just mobs and all other locations. So in the arena it's 6% because there's not as many things to kill, it's 3% everywhere else. So in the campaign you're against 4 and then 4 and then 4. Once you kill the first 4 you've already maxed it out because you have 3 times 4, which is 12. So it's a 12% permanent damage boost, which is huge, which really helps with your campaign farming, also helps with other things, yeah. And in arena, if you get an initial kill, extra 6% damage, which is great. So yeah, much better than sniper in my opinion. So yeah, I'd definitely advise you to follow these masteries as they are on the screen, and this will help for lots of campaign farming, lots of dungeon runs. It's just a good mix of everything. Okay, I hope I went over that enough. And not too much at the same time. Bugger off. Gem pack, by the way, really good value. Actually, no, that's not the gem pack. That's pathetic. You can get 2,000 gems for £9 if you go in the store. But yeah, other than that, that is exactly where we are. I hope that was a good enough update. Oh, we'll quickly do the clan boss. I'm now at a point where I can one key easy. Now that Kale is in full lifesteal gear, it was literally that easy. I done 1.5 million. I think that's a manual run. Just making sure that attack down debuff was on the clan boss as often as I could during the AoE attacks. That's sort of when it matters. So before his first AoE, you get attack down with either Rector's A1 or Tayrell's A1 ability, and because they can both apply attack down, and then that will last for both of the kind of AoE slams that the clan boss does, and you survive for so much longer. But really, that's about it. I done these next 2 normal runs on auto. I didn't even bother with them, and I done, as you can see, on average 800,000 on each one, and that was on auto. And yeah, all you need is 900,000 on each one to be able to 4-key this boss. So, and I didn't put much effort into it. And this was, as you can see, my KO was level 40. He's now level 50, so he'll last so much longer. Yeah, and these 2 poor fellows have now been fed into food, so they are not in this world anymore. But yeah, once, and that's before Kale had masteries. That was before he had upgraded boots, I believe. That was before he was upgraded into rank 5, so he'll be much stronger now. But yeah, I think that's it. So what I'm going to be doing over the rest of the night is just farming more food. Just literally, I'm not going to bother with hard clan boss. I'm just going to be farming more and more food in 12-3 normal with Kale. It should be pretty easy. I shouldn't really lose any fights now going forward, I don't believe. And I'm just going to build as much as possible. I'm also going to be doing arena every now and then. When I can see a refresh, I'm just going to come in here, do any easy fights that I can see. Like this top one looks very easy to me. The one beneath that, ooh, maybe not, maybe, I don't know. I'll give it a go. I think I can win. But a lot of these are only around 20,000 power. I can take that. Anything above that, I don't think I can do. Like 25, 25, 24, 31. I'm going to ignore all of these. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope that is a good enough update. Considering I didn't put anything out for day 1, as I was just knackered, and I barely did anything, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. Peace out. Have a Sofa King good day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.